Hi, it's Rabbi Andy, Koren, Temple Emmanuel, Greensboro, North Carolina. So what are we supposed to understand about God? And how does that help us in the world? I want to spend a few moments on this because this week's Torah portion, Yitro, brings us into this incredible encounter that the Jewish people have with God at Mount Sinai. This is where we get the Ten Commandments. And we continue to come back to this. And it's really important that we understand that these Ten Commandments, the first one starts off, and it almost doesn't sound like a commandment. It just starts off, I am God. And every time I come back to this, it always reminds me that while there's other things that tell you what you should or shouldn't do, maybe this commandment tells us something also. I heard it said once that the commandment really is, I am God and you're not. That there's no human being that can put themselves in that position to be God. And I sometimes wish that among the protest movements that we're hearing today, and maybe this is important for us to bring forward, right? This is more than just not having kings. The Jewish people will ultimately have kings, right? But we don't have pharaohs. What do pharaohs do? Pharaohs place themselves above God. They are as if they are God on earth. And the Jewish tradition just says, we don't accept that. There is only one God, and it's not you. It's not me, even though there's a spark of the divine within all humanity. We are all sons of God, daughters of God, children of God. In addition to that, what is the other message that we get? We get that God brought us out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Bottom line, yes, we understand that there's one God, but this is a God of freedom. Not unlimited freedom, not freedom to do anything we want to, because the rest of the Ten Commandments are going to tell us things that we shouldn't do. And so, on the one hand, we have to understand that God is a God of freedom, but on the other hand, freedom also comes with responsibilities. And so, as we're talking about God, if you think about it, there are 10 commandments. 5 of them deal with, half of them, deal with our relationship with God, but the other half deal with how we're supposed to relate to other human beings. We're not supposed to murder. We're not supposed to steal. We're not supposed to, take from other people, and want so much, desire so much that we'll do anything, and so on and so forth. Actually, the Jewish tradition will remind us that we have 613 commandments. But if we just take those top 10, half are focused on our relationship with God. That's where we started this little lesson about this week's Torah portion. The other half is how we relate to each other. So when I think of God, I don't only think my responsibility to the creator of all, and however else we might understand God, but I think about what my responsibilities are to others. Let's take that in this period of our lives and our history. Let's take that into Shabbat. Let's also take that as a lesson for how we carry ourselves in the world at any time. Shabbat Shalom. See you soon.